so I really need to go get some food ASAP Rocky. But first I'll just do like 15 minutes or something, like a quick video. I'm gonna do some trigger words for you today, and like a little bit like unintentional mouth sounds, you know what I mean? Like those are the best ones. It's just like I'm not sitting there doing mouth sounds. It's just like slightly unintentional. It just kind of like goes with it, you know? So I found some people talking about their favorite trigger words are on the internet. And I think, okay, so let's start with Peter Pat. Oh, wait, what is it? Betty had some bitter batter, so Betty made her batter better. I don't actually know how it goes, but something like that. Betty had some bitter batter, so Betty made her batter better. Betty had some bitter batter, so Betty made her batter better. I think that's how it goes. I'm not super up on my tongue twisters, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure that like Betty had some bitter batter, so Betty made her batter better. Anyways, the next one that somebody said, these are like rare trigger words, okay? The next one is wouldn't it, as in, wouldn't it be nice? Like, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it? I'm really hungry. My stomach is like really getting to me. Also, if you're a G, you'll know that this is the same outfit that I wore in my Get Ready With Me video. Now that I figured out that I can wear this outfit, I'm reusing it. Like nobody at school has seen me in this outfit yet, so I'm making the best of it, right? Wouldn't it be nice if nobody knew I wore this outfit? Like last week. I'm gonna be so honest, I have so many clothes. I'm sorry, I hiccup when I'm hungry. It's really bad. The hiccups. That's how you know. That's how I know I'm like genuinely hungry. So I feel like most of the time I'm not actually hungry when I eat. It's just time to eat, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just that time of day, so I'm gonna go get food, like as enjoyment or pleasure or just like kind of entertainment, if you know what I mean. Like I don't mean that in the sense that it entertains me, but like it brings me pleasure, so I eat for that purpose. But when I get genuinely hungry, which isn't often, my stomach feels like there's just like a big hit in my stomach, and I get uncontrollable hiccups. It is the most uncomfortable feeling ever, so I just try to not get hungry. Feed myself whenever I know it's time to eat. Okay, anyways, the next word. Sorry, I keep like digging in my ear. I just like, it's getting itchy with these like things are like low-key making my ears itchy. Okay, the next one. It's like a pendant that rocks back and forth. Goes like. Wait, I'm not doing it well. It's like when they're hypnotizing you. Like this, you will go to sleep. 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 Okay. The next one that I have for you is wow, this thread, I'm looking at a Reddit thread. I'm sorry, I honestly, whenever I have to go look up something that I want people's opinions on, I search Reddit afterwards because I think people low-key have good takes on Reddit sometimes. Is that a hot take? Okay, this is from 7 years ago. Wow, that's insane. This is pre-COVID, and this person said they found a new favorite from the Fast ASMR. I like that lady. this is really funny that I'm reading it. The next one, like that the same person said, was don't forget Springbok's OG way of saying button. I guess this is considered a button, right? A button. Okay. But the reason it's funny is because the next person, the OP, this is 7 years ago, mind you, says, pardon my ignorance, what is OG? And then the person who said the comment originally said, original gangster, just another term for classic, LOL. I think it's funny that there was a time when people didn't know what OG meant, and also a time when OG meant original gangster and not original. Like, I have just kind of assumed that OG stands for original, like OG, original. But this person 7 years ago says that it stands for original gangster, which I'm sure has some merit to it. But it's funny how that has changed over the years. The next person says perfect. That one's kind of hard if I'm like inhaling while I'm saying it. Inhaling while I'm saying it. Inhaling while I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Chocolate. What else? Okay, this person had some really good rare ones. I know Dusty Coconut also is not like necessarily a rare burger, so. Let's take a look. Do you want to take a look? Let's take a look. Why don't the two of us? Let's go take a look. Let's go look. I have to see it for myself. Let's take a look. Nook, button, whisk. These are good ones. Button. I already did that one. And then they have a book. And nook. And I think let's take a look. Is the best middle ground in between those two, because part of it has the the good let's sound, the L sound, and then the second part of it has the people like the sk, but I don't like the S's. I don't like the skus because I don't like the sound of a sharp S. It drives me wild. So those are good ones. Okay. Stipple is a pretty fantastic one, but it's very common. Galoshes. Okay. Cookbook. I feel like I'm like beatboxing. Okay, the next one. This is a good one. Scatterbrain. Rutabaga. That's funny. That's a good one. Scatterbrain. I am so scatterbrained. I feel like when I'm doing, okay, this is so random, but when I'm doing ASMR, I kind of develop the ASMR lisp. I don't know if y'all have ever noticed this, but some ASMR artists talk with a lisp, and I don't think it's a accent. Like, essentially, like, okay, I'm just gonna read like a sentence or two from the little piece I've got here. But like, what if I came on the internet like in the first place and I was just pretending to be British and I like never told anybody that I wasn't, and so I came on here and I was like, essentially anything with a chat sound or repetitive cur is a shut off switch for my head. Woo is also a crazy trigger for me. I saw the insane word. I don't even know, I'm just reading stuff off this right here. But like, if I talk to a British accent like all the time, you'll probably believe I'm British, right? Unless you were British and you realise that I'm not actually British. Because you couldn't place my accent. I don't know. So also, let me tell you guys this before I hop off here. I went to England last summer. I went to England last summer. I went to England and I went with my school, and while I was there, basically what happened was I was walking in the park with a couple of my friends, and honestly, I'm sorry, I find it's much easier for me to talk in a British accent when I'm like talking out loud, but I feel like when I'm whispering, I feel like it's much harder for me to maintain my accent. Whoa, this sounds so bad. Holy shit, this sounds terrible. I feel like I have had much better British accents in the past. I don't know what's happening to me. I swear, I promise you, I used to have a really good British accent. I promise you. Okay, sorry, but I was basically walking in the park with a bunch of my friends. We had like free reign while we were in England, and this was in London, and I was walking in Regent's Park, and I walk forward, and like we're walking, everybody's passing down the street, right? And I see this sign that says, actually I'm gonna do this in a British accent. I see this sign that says, no biking or you will be prosecuted. And so I'm like, okay, prosecuted is a pretty big thing to be just for biking down the road in a park in the middle of London, right? Like, I feel like there's definitely people that bike there nonetheless, whether or not they are allowed to. So, and they're telling me all those people get prosecuted, okay? Because in the United States, the word prosecuted is typically referred to as being arrested and tried for a crime. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like really intense, okay? I'm like, that's really intense. I can't believe they're prosecuting people over bike riding, right? And so this bloke comes up and he's like, yo, you're American, aren't you? And I'm like, yes. No, I didn't actually say yes. The funny thing is, I didn't say yes at all. I actually said, no, I'm from Oxfordshire. I'm actually from Oxfordshire. I grew up there. And yeah. So he obviously could tell that I was not. Well, no, he could tell I was American because I didn't understand the British definition of whatever prosecuted meant. Well, I'm pretty sure the word was prosecuted, by the way. But he could tell I was not British. But he was low-key being a bit of an arse. He's been being a bit of an arse. So I was just like, I'm not gonna, like, he was really loud about it too. He was like, I keep switching my accent, this is so bad. But he was really loud. He was like, you're an American, aren't you? Yeah, shut up. I know, this is literally like the home for tourism, please, like, bro. And he started like, and so obviously I just kind of clapped back. I was just like, no, I'm from Oxfordshire. And he thought that was really funny. And he started asking me about politics in the US. He was like, what do you think of Donald Trump? And I was like, oh my gosh, we're not doing this right now. Like, obviously I told him what I think, but my friends are not really as sociable people. Like, I like to talk to strangers. I mean, like, come on, they're not that strange. And also, we were in the middle of a public park in London. This man is not gonna do anything. He's up broken through. So I know that we're safe, and I have a good radar for whether or not I'm safe. I feel like I have a good radar. But my friends were not happy with me grown man, by the way. Like, this is a man. Like, not like a teenager or something. Do you think I was putting the group in risk? At risk for talking to a stranger in a foreign country? Question mark. Okay, anyways. Sorry, I got so